Hey folks, welcome back to another HP Gaming GameLINK video. Today we are looking at another Kickstarter unboxing for you today. We're going to be journeying through space, trying to collect some minerals, and quite literally traveling through the belly of the beast as we have a look at Scott Almes' new offering, So You've Been Eaten. Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Thank you very much for joining me. My name is Matt, and as I said in the tease, we are taking a bit of an odd adventure, not an odd adventure, a different style of adventure through space, trying to collect minerals and do all sorts of craziness as we take a look at Scott Almes' new one, So You've Been Eaten, which has been published by LudiCreations. Now, this is a game that offers a very interesting style of player count. And what do I mean by that? Basically, I mean that this is a game that is playable by 2 players, by 1 player, or by no players. And I am absolutely excited to see how that actually works. This is apparently a game that can be played autonomously, for lack of a better term. I don't quite understand how that works, but we'll get into the box and give it a bit of a look. Now, for those of you who have been watching the channel, you will have seen many tiny epic games that we've unboxed over the course of our tenure. And that is partly because Scott Almes as a designer is absolutely fantastic. We have another one, I think, Silicon Valley, which is coming out hopefully soon. And that's going to be another hopefully spectacular game as well. Plastic, of course, goes on the floor. I have brought the overhead down a little bit, only because this is obviously a much smaller box than some of the stuff we've been unboxing in recent times. It is a game of spacefaring adventure where you either play as the miner collecting minerals or the monster that is trying to eat the miner. And I believe it is possible for the robot miner or the miner, if they're not a robot, to actually make their way through the entirety of the belly of the beast and come out the other end, which is quite the achievement from what I understand. Now, this is the deluxe edition as well, so there's a few extra goodies in here that won't be in standard retail versions of said game, but I don't know if you can see it, that the foil on the cover is awesome. Let's get a look at the overhead. There you go. So you can see here the collector's edition. You've got the miner here looking a bit worse for wear, dropping his gun, and then you've got this crazy epic beastie that is literally trying to devour him whole. That is the beginning of the game. What happens from that point is obviously where all the fun lies. So let's lift the lid and take a look at what's in the box. I'm going to pop that just up over here, just so we can see what's going on. There we go. We'll pop it in there. We have boxes of cards. Cool. So we have, oh, that's hollow. There's nothing in that. There's some sort of computer box there. Then we have, I'll put that over there. Then we have a miner box with a picture of a miner of it. It looks like belly of the beast. And then you have a deck. It looks like a box with all sorts of goodies in there, which look like it's a stomach, potentially, digesting said monster. We'll have a look at the contents of that in a moment. We've got some deluxe bits and pieces here, some silica gel, which you should not eat. We have a rulebook, and we have all the other contents. So let's have a look. The rulebook is here. Solo survival guide and examples of operations. That's important. We'll put that to the side. The survival guide for 2 players. Now, I think this is designed for players who are 14 plus. Charlotte saw the box and went, I'm all in, Dad, let's play. And the fact that it's meant to be played in about 25-30 minutes, I think is pretty exciting as well. So here is the explanation of what's going on here. Table of contents, the component trays, a nice big board which showcases the belly of the beast. Literally, a miner and the beast will face off against one another. Crystals to mine, cards, how it all works, setup, different components. Again, we have got the deluxe edition, so there's going to be a few things that we that probably upgraded, etc. And then gaps, etc. There's player boards, all that sort of stuff, how the beast works, what happens at the end. So it's the end of the game, mission accomplished, or the ending number 2. Yes, that is what I mean. And then ending 3, which is probiotic bliss. Wow, okay. I like it. I dig it. It's a bit funny, it's a bit crazy. We'll put that to the side. So we have, this is a mat here, which looks like it's part of the probiotics. It could be a player mat of some description. I'm seeing if it folds out a little bit. No, it doesn't. It's just two-sided. So you've got these decks of cards. It looks like it could be an overlay for the stomach track, depending on which side you play on. I think that's what that is, potentially. So let's pop that to the side. We have Dyspepto Beast Mole, a Beast Mole mini expansion with different components and things. We'll have a look at that in a moment. Then we have player boards and components for days. These make up the different, so that's the front board, which is the like a controller board. Then you've got Beast mode here with different components and symbols on it as well. Is it double-sided? Yes, it is. And there is recesses there for die rolls and things. And I do like the dual layering. The dual layering on the boards is great. So you can set up the track and then potentially put that overlay on top to change the different probiotics that are effectively going to attack the miner. And the fact that they're all double-sided, different components for different things, that's kind of cool. Digging a modular board, because it allows for unprecedented replayability. We have here more, I think this is the Beast end of the board with the different probiotic tracks on both sides. Ooh, complex craziness. I dig it. I dig it. Symbology is key. Quick shot of the back of the box. And we have a token tray here. I do like that. So this is looking down the belly of the beast inside the box, and you can see there's different robotic components as well. I do like as well that there is a robot getting attacked by all the tendrils and things, walking through the darkness on the inside of the box. Artwork on the inside of boxes is really important in my opinion, but that is just my opinion. So we have here punch outs and components. These look like, I'm not sure whether that's just because it's deluxe components. There's little, what looks like little upgrade tiles. These upgrade tiles here, token trail things, different gear that you can purchase as well. This is a fold-up tray. I'm not sure what that's for. That could be, I don't know, it doesn't tell me what that is. It could be upgraded components for different storage components for cards, like a card drawing tray, perhaps. I'll have to double check all that, but that obviously will punch out and we'll have a look and see how that goes. It's double-sided, so you've got all the different tokens and sides there as well. We have, let's look at some cards first. If I can open the box, it's pretty full. And that's got some extra bits there. I'm intrigued. I think that's part of the reason I backed it. One, because I knew I was going to get something quality because Scott Almes, that's what he does. But at the same time, the idea behind the game, I just wanted to see how it played on its own. Like that's, and for the price point, I don't know, it looked intriguing. The price point wasn't massive, which was great. I was really excited to see the price point, and then getting the deluxe upgrades and stuff. Just, I like upgraded components. I like, if I'm going to play a game, I want to play it with quality components, so that's why we're here. We've got here a huge deck of cards, more plastic for the floor. More plastic for the floor. So we've got here stomach cards. I'm going to separate these out and then we'll have a look at them. We have what looks like a turn sequence reference card, which is pretty straightforward. More turn sequence and reference cards for the different modes, because obviously there's different play modes depending on which mode you're playing. Looks like there's some tentacle sort of cards. Let's pop that to the side here. And then we've got some minor cards as well. So Beast, Stomach, yeah, let's go through those. So you can see here, I like the cartoony artwork of the cards is really awesome. I like that. Digestion, the stomach acids and things, that's quite nasty. We have, these could be potentially different probiotics that would be doing sorts of things, so damaging, etc. I don't know what they mean. I need to go through and work out all the different components, but there's different colors for blue and yellow, so wrench. So maybe if you have this particular component as a tool, you can negate the effects of those probiotics. I'm not sure. Different tools, different probiotics, different targets. So these are all literally cards that you would potentially play as the beast to try and thwart the minor opponent and digest them. Like this one, for example, just has the probiotic on it. So maybe, depending on the cards you play, it gives them more powerful effects. I don't know. I'm so intrigued. I need to obviously read the rule book, and obviously anything I get wrong will pop up on the screen with a correction and some errata as well. if I go too fast. I mean, there's no words on them. I do like the fact that there's not a lot of reading. It's all symbology, which is kind of cool. Once you understand the core concept, having those symbology cards just means that there's not a lot of reading. It's just play. Now these cards look like they are for the beast. Discard after revealing, and it could be the same for all of them. These are all different probiotics that are going to be attacking. Some of them look quite nasty. Oh, there you go. Blue spikes. Nasty business. Nasty business. Return to your hand after revealing. Interesting. So sort of nothing, just an exclamation point. We've got some minor cards here. Now these obviously space minor cards that allow them to do different things. Attack. When acquired, you can downgrade a capture or regress replication. Different probiotics here. Upgrade levels, I'm assuming. I'm not sure what they are. Different beast effects that you'll face. And a star card count. Attacking, swapping, repulse, lure, grow, increase your hand size by 1 card, exchange, spread, mimic. If a bacteria has reached the 3rd level, you immediately win at the end of the miner's turn. So these monster cards, I can't tell. At the end of the miner's turn, if the yellow bacteria has reached the 3rd level, you immediately win. Swallow, antibodies, replicate, more replications, construct, blockage, oh that sounds a bit nasty, surge, collapse, bonding. The miner may only eliminate blue if they can remove 3 cards. Mucus layer. The miner cannot capture tools on stomach cards with yellow. Efficient. Gas. Immediately after filling the tract, if there are 3 or more red bacteria, the beast chooses an upgraded action to be downgraded, and then you regress replication. Elongate. And unpredictable. Roll the digestion die twice instead of once and apply its effect after each roll. Wow. So I do like the fact that I think these boxes break it down into beast, minor. So you've got all the different components that you need for each of the players or the characters, which is cool. We've got some upgraded components here we'll go through. Let's see what we've got. These are cool. So we've got some silica gel, which don't eat that. Get rid of that. We have what looks like our miner friend here, who is there in all his glory. He is looking like he's ready to go and collect some minerals and try and save the day. So we'll pop him just up on the box there. There he is, looking awesome. And then we have these little wooden tokens which represent the different probiotics that are going to try to devour said miner. And these are nice little wooden upgraded tokens as well. I think there's some chipboard versions. Maybe I've got that wrong. But they obviously would be able to fly around and potentially digest our miner friend. This is, here we go. I thought maybe because it's upgraded, the original components aren't included. I'm not sure. I thought they were just chits, like a chipboard. But again, obviously we've got some upgraded components here and the dual layered boards. So we have, these look like they're minerals, and the minerals look like they're on acrylic, which is kind of great. I dig that. I think I do remember that from looking over the Kickstarter, etc. So the acrylic, oh, these are fantastic. Something about them, they just look, they'll look sparkle. I don't know if the overhead is going to do it justice, but these are gems that you can obviously find, and everything else. I think they've probably got a plastic coating on them as well, but I don't know if that's doing it justice, if you can see that in the overhead, but they catch the light really quite nicely. And there's all sorts of different goodies there as well. Yellow, red, orange, blue, green, purple amethyst, black, looks like onyx as well. And they just feel good. They feel good. That's what you want. All right, now we've got here, now these ones could be the upgrade tokens, but they're covered with a plastic cover. So these are going to have to be removed. If I can get one of them off, that's the trick. Here we go. This could take some time, folks. Just give me 1 second. Okay, so I'm having a little bit of trouble with these. They are quite snug, but I don't know if you can sort of see that. They have like a red translucent template on. I'm assuming that's the same for all of them, and they look like they are little upgrade tiles, but I will try to get the material off there so I can show you what they look like. which is a bit unfortunate because obviously usually when I've had acrylics they've just been able to peel off quite easily, but that's okay. We will barrel on through. We have action dice. Now these are standard D6, which is fine. They look good, they're nice, they're hefty, they're not too tiny, they have a nice sort of white, easy to read number, and they work as well. I've rolled 2 6s, that never happens, good job. And then we have the digestion dice. Now this one here is for the beast, obviously, I'm assuming, and it is this ridiculously gelatinous, greeny red mess of crazy. So you've got here the 5, the 1, there is a bit of a shimmer through it as well, and it's etched, which I love. And it looks, another 6, I'm rolling well. It looks fantastic on the table. It looks bloody brilliant. I love that. That's fantastic. We have some extra modules. We have the Dyspepto Bismol expansion. Now this, true to form, is going to have a little bit of a rules leaflet in there as well. We'll get the plastic on the floor. And this basically uses the 12 cardboard tiles as the expansion, gives you a bit of gameplay overview of how it all sort of works. And then these are little tokens which have numbers on them, and I'm assuming that they denote different things that happen. They are blank on one side, and they have the numbers 1 through 6 twice on those other tokens, which I'm assuming is going to potentially make the game a little bit harder for the beast. And then we have the Confused Immune System mini expansion. So these are autoimmune tiles that effectively add to the point totals for one or both of the players. Or none of the players if you're playing with 0, which is so weird, but I love that. I love it. It's fantastic. So we have here the Confused Immune System. And these are little folks with antibodies. The beast will have to do their best to make sure their autoimmune response is not too aggressive, and the miner will try to agitate things. Gameplay, how it works. Games with Robot Miner or Hiding the Confused is played in the same way regardless of the player count. Then you've got here the different tokens. So these are the Confused Immune System tokens that will potentially react differently depending on how the miner plays. And I'm assuming that plays face down at the start, and then when they're agitated you flip and resolve the results. These are chipboard, nice, easy chipboard. They look fantastic. It looks incredibly intriguing. I'm interested to see, one, how it looks on the table when it's all set up and ready to go. So without further ado, let's get this to the table, and I'll show you how it looks when we're set up for 2 players, 2 human players, one playing as the beast, one playing as the miner. Let's roll that footage. I'm intrigued. I am so intrigued by this game. My little miner buddy here is waving at me. Look, play me, play the game, play the game. I have no idea how this game is going to work. I have to obviously do a bit of reading to understand how it all sort of goes together. But the fact that this is a game you can play in 25 to 30 minutes for 1 to 2 players, not a bad thing. It's small enough to take on the road, which I think is fantastic as well. There's 2 expansions in the box. One of them was obviously an add-on, I think, that we got with the Kickstarter. Overlays for days, modular boards. I'm intrigued. I'm so intrigued to see how this plays. If you have your hands on a copy of So You've Been Eaten, please let us know in the comments what your thoughts are. Have you found it? How did you go with the 0 player count? Is that a thing? Is that really truly what we're expecting it to be? I'm excited to hear your thoughts. Please let me know in the comments below if you've had any experience with this game, what you think of the game. As I said, if I've made any mistakes, they would have appeared as errata on the screen as well, at the bottom of the screen. But I'm very excited to get this at the table and just take it for a spin and see what it's all about. As always, folks, it would be remiss of me not to thank our Patreon supporters who look after us and allow us to do all the crazy stuff that we do here on the channel. So thank you very much for your ongoing support. Thank you as well for watching. Thank you for getting this far. Very much appreciated. Obviously, there's a lot to unpack in such a small box, which I kind of dig. There's plenty more to watch, so by all means, stick around, have a look at the interwebs and the other rest of the channel. You will see a plethora of videos to watch and enjoy and digest, pun intended. We will get this at the table. I will give it a run over the weekend and I will let you know how I fare. As always, folks, get out there, be social, play more games, look after one another, spread lots of love, and we'll see you back at the table for more crazy epic board gaming content very soon. Until then, though, it is bye for now.